Hey, how's it going? It's been a while. Back to doing some podcasts. Sorry, I've been busy. I have, but I would like to do 2 of these a month. If you're listening to this and you're interested in hearing this podcast, subscribe. That way, whenever I do it, you'll get a notification. All right. But I'm going to try to do 2 a month. I fell off a little bit. I was busy because one of the bands I was in released a new album. We're the Best of the Worst. It's a ska-core band. It's existed for probably 15 years. If you follow this label, you probably wouldn't like the music. So if you like choke artists, you're probably more interested in like a Chan type band, like something that sounds like Chan, like intricate music, guitars, you know? This band is more like if Chan played ska and breakdowns and had horns. So it's a little different. Might not be your cup of tea. I've been busy with that. I've been busy learning the new Invalids LP, which we're going to do a podcast with Invalids when we get closer to recording that album. I'm recording 1 or 2 songs a month. I'm slow. I'm not computer Brock that's just fucking learns it in 3 hours. It takes me usually 12 to 20 hours to learn a song and memorize it, and then another 5 hours to get it solid, and then another 3 hours to record one song. So I'm slow, but I'm really excited for that LP. In addition to those 2 bands, In Angles is recording next month. Every band I'm in is recording this year. So In Angles is hitting the studio next month. Where I'm actually hitting an Airbnb with the boys this weekend. Will be fun. We'll get to kick it, you know. We'll get to write some jams. But yeah, I've been doing all that shit. I've been doing music stuff. And I've been doing pre-orders and sending that out for the Best of the Worst LP, which we co-released with Bad Time Records. And was a post-hardcore band, some friends of mine. We released their old EP onto vinyl, so I have that also. So I've been busy. I have Crohn's. What do you fucking want from me? I'm trying my best. But I appreciate you listening. Seriously. This episode this week is a lot of fun, and I'm calling it Burning Bridges. It's a special episode with 2 friends I've made through the DIY scene. Kyle, who's the guitarist and vocalist of the band Steve. They just joined the band Still Hungry. They've run a lot of shows in New Jersey under Kai Presents, I think is what they were calling it. Really focused on inclusivity, bringing new people into the scene, you know. And we had Teddy, who is the co-host of the Chumbology podcast, a Chumbawamba anthology podcast. If you like Chumbawamba, I recommend giving it a listen. I was on the show and it was super fun. But they ran shows out of their house in Newark for a while under the moniker Rat Brain Records. They did a lot of stuff for the DIY scene over there. They've played in some bands like Basement Beers and Gombo. So yeah, look, we told some jokes. We threw some shade this episode. So I don't know. I don't care. Whatever. I had fun. What are you gonna do? Take my job away? You're gonna take me? I'm not gonna be a teacher anymore because I don't like your band. I don't give a shit. Whatever. My students wouldn't like your band either, I swear. So we're going to get this episode rolling. Subscribe. That's it. All right, later. Enjoy. All right, we got this baby rolling. We got a hot new podcast. Very nice background.
You missed Kyle and I's pitch for the Joker, which is the Joke Artist Joker.
Wait, you need to elaborate. Let me introduce. We have Kyle and Teddy, who I've known through, I guess, music and shows, and just been around for a while. Yeah. We're here to just pal around a little bit, lighten the mood. So go on. Tell me about my grift.
So we're pitching the new Choke Artist mascot, which is the Choker, aka the Choke Artist Joker, and it's basically just you and Joker makeup.
I could do that.
Yeah. People would buy it. People would buy anything from Choke Artists. Is that on a hat?
I hope so. Create culture. Isn't that like a Chipotle slogan? Like to really gentrify the music scene. Yeah. Create dope culture.
Yeah. Create culture is one step away from we live in a society.
Oh, that's amazing. I did a jigsaw Instagram filter and I posted it to the Best of the Worst, and it bombed. I had to tell the whole band, like, this post bombed so bad and I'm sorry, but it looked horrible. And even if I think it's funny, people don't want to see that.
Because it's so disturbing.
It was fucked up. Yeah. It's really not good. But I had a blast.
What's the point of being a band if it's not like abusing your social media to make jokes that only you find funny?
I don't know. Well, it's hard with Instagram now too, which is where I feel like most millennials, most people my age will go to Instagram. And I feel like you have to have your face in pictures for it to work, or it just it's annoying.
I see that shit all the time where it's like face for the algorithm, and it's like, no, you just wanted to post a selfie, bro. That's cool too, dude. Like, that's totally fine. I only post selfies, I think.
Yeah, at least you could own it though.
Yeah, I own it. No face for the algorithm. It's just my face because I think I'm good looking.
See, that's why I use Twitter, because I'm very funny, but I'm also very ugly. So it's the one medium where I don't have to show my face.
I disagree. I like the hair a lot.
Thank you. My gamer headset.
Hell yeah. Yeah. There was a tweet today. So there was like a viral tweet that it was like, let's normalize hot people liking ska. So I did a retweet, but I sometimes in the shower, I'll like shave all my facial hair off except like weird parts of my goatee.
Oh, nice.
So I did a nice quote with that. I love just being like ugly and stupid online.
You know, that's the only reason why I want facial hair, so I could do the stupid things. But like my kind of people, we don't make that facial hair. Holy shit, Joe. What the fuck, dude?
You look like you would front like a Disturbed cover band.
You look like you went to the barber and he was on the beard and you said, give me sideburns. And that's what he came up with.
Yeah, it's like a negative goatee. Like you just have the hugging the sides of it.
The thing I really like about wearing masks nowadays is that I can have like ridiculous facial hair and no one knows. I literally had like a 2-inch long mustache for the first 6 months of the pandemic, and like 3 people saw it because everyone else who saw me, I was behind a mask.
Yeah.
So, no one knows the real me, is what I'm trying to say.
It's very Joker.
Yeah.
I'll also say that I'm pretty pro-mask because I didn't get strep throat at all last year in 2020, and I get strep throat every single year. And like, not like horrible, but enough that it like fucks me up for a week or two. But I didn't get it at all last year. So it's almost like wearing something that protects my germs from other people's germs actually does something.
Yeah.
Like, it was nice.
It's almost like the way that we were living as a society was really disgusting.
Oh my God. Fucking, so I'm watching The Wire right now, which is like a show that I think started in 1999, I think, or maybe like a little bit later than that. Either way, the one thing that trips me up is like, oh, why aren't they using their iPhones to geolocate these fucking drug dealers? And then the other thing is, oh man, all these streets are so filthy and they're just passing money back and forth.
It's in Baltimore, right?
Yeah, Baltimore.
Yeah, I have so many people have recommended it to me, that show. I haven't watched it, but it's on my list, I guess.
Yeah, I have a running list, and like I've been going through those pretty much all of quarantine at this point. So now I'm on The Wire.
Right. So I think they shoot a lot at the Sidebar, which is like a punk venue in Baltimore.
Oh hell yeah!
I didn't know that.
It's a dingy dive. It's kind of like the court tavern of Baltimore, sans the sketchy landlord owner, I guess.
Yeah.
I played at the Sidebar once and got made fun of by the singer from War on Women.
Oh no!
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
In a fun way or just in a way?
In a kind of fun way.
Okay.
Yeah.
In like the way where you're not so sure how to take it, so you're like,
exactly. Yeah.
This is fun.
Yep. They're friends with Pierce from Cutters, and we're on tour with them. And we were playing, and like as you mentioned, the Sidebar is like a very gross bar. And I was wearing like a neon pink like sweatshirt and like booty shorts. And this person just like snapped a photo of me, and I was like, "Why are you taking my photo?" And they're like, "Oh, I just wanted to show everyone how punk this show is tonight," or something like that. I was like, "Okay, that seems a little weird, but that's fine, weird, I guess."
Yeah.
You know, I had a dude at fucking, what's the one in Trenton? Mill Hill. I had a dude at Mill Hill. I was just sitting at the bar, and he took a photo of me with his phone. And we're both sitting at the bar, by the way. So I'm here, he's here, and he goes, took a photo of me. And then I said, "What's up?" And he's like, "You look like someone I know." And I said, "You had to take the photo of that?" That's not like punk rock related at all, because like Mill Hill gets some very interesting characters on some nights. Yeah. So like that, I just forget what else happened. I don't remember. I just remember having a big camera in my fucking face.
Yeah, it's fucking rude. It's very rude.
It's rude as shit. At least don't use the flash.
Yeah, I don't know. who cares if you're like, oh, I'm the punkest, I can do whatever. Like, I don't know. Feels like gatekeeper to like take a picture of you too, Teddy. I don't like that.
Yeah,
that's
exactly. It felt really off, and it was like, all right, like I don't really give a shit, but like, all right.
Yeah.
Speaking of Mill Hill, the last time I was at Mill Hill, me and Sean were smoking weed with the bartender, and we were like talking about like vinyl releases or something like that. And the guy goes like, "Yeah, I don't listen to MP3. That shit gives you cancer." And we both kind of like laughed, and he's just like, "No, look it up. MP3s give you cancer. They tested it on rats. It's something to do with the frequencies." And we're both like, "Oh yeah, sure, man, of course." Like, haha.
The rats are like, "Oh, this mix fucking sucks. I need to die."
Yeah, they didn't say MP3s of what, so that might be part of it.
Yeah,
you should have just said like, "Bro, like you're fucking up already. Whatever, nothing. Waiver, nothing." Waiver, die.
Yeah, I only listen to Flax. Okay, so I think I'm safe.
It's weird because usually the people that are like that are like, I've been watching like a lot of pickup truck guy videos, and there's like,
hell yeah,
they talk about like the golden frequency, which is like you're supposed to tune A to 442 instead of 440. And they're like, this is what you need to do to be one with nature. But it's all like pickup truck guys, and they have like, it's like a video of them driving up a mountain just with that frequency playing. And they're like, yeah, this is good for you.
That's my favorite thing is like the Venn diagram of people that think like the A frequency is wrong is like weird like right wing like truckers and then like EDM fans. I know there's like an entire subject of electronica where they tune to like the healing frequencies or whatever, all that shit.
Yeah, there's like real conspiracies.
Wild.
There's real conspiracies about it.
Yeah,
it's weird. I think
people like things. I don't fucking get it sometimes, but people like stuff.
Yeah, it's true.
I think they're right. So,
Teddy, I think since we last spoke, I've like fallen back on conspiracies because I was like, maybe I'm like, I gotta fucking chill a little bit, like with everything. I don't know.
Yeah, when Dan edited that episode and took out like the entire chunk of me and you just talking about like pedophile cabals, and I was like, why would you do that? And then they played it back for me, and I was like, oh yeah, this was completely unlistenable. You made the right choice.
Tell them I said thank you. I'll thank them.
Cutting out like the 20 minutes where you and me just like talk about Comet Ping Pong or whatever.
And all it took for you to say was, I don't think they have a basement, and my whole argument was deflated. And I was like, I have nothing now. So who knows? All I know is it's good to be nice to people and rock hard.
Yeah, it's that simple.
Yeah. Are you going to go to that Mosh for Pause? Not Mosh for Pause. What is it? Mosh for a Cause?
I saw that on Twitter. I don't know what's up with that. What is that?
You're playing that though, Joe, right? Choke Artist is playing?
there is a band called Choke Artist.
I did see that. I saw that. I remember seeing that, and I was like, who the hell is this?
It's just me going on stage and selling hats. Like, yeah, there's a show.
Like every DIY band in the pandemic.
Yeah.
Look, you got to make your money somehow. You gotta be slinging those shirts on Instagram.
Dude, I fucking love how like bands like went from like, fuck, we can't play shows anymore. Let's be t-shirt companies. Like, dude,
yeah.
If you want to be a t-shirt company, by all means, be a t-shirt.
100%. Oh, we lost him.
We lost Kai. They got taken out for their hate on t-shirt companies.
We had to freeze Kai's cam.
Yeah, they know too much. They know that Choke Artist is just a shirt company at this point. So
I know too much.
You got taken out.
I found out. About
to be fair,
t-shirts.
I have bought more long sleeve black t-shirts in the past 6 months than I have in the rest of my life. So if a band makes a long sleeve black t-shirt, my brain just like tells me to buy it now. There was something in that vaccine.
I will say, if bands make a really good black t-shirt in general, just like short sleeve, long sleeve, or whatever, I do go for black t-shirts. I love black t-shirts.
I'm all about it's got to be a long sleeve black t-shirt. It's got to have the print on at least one arm, and I'm sold.
Yeah,
print on one arm. I agree with that. I'm with that because then it's worth the money. Because like bands are charging like $40 sometimes for a long sleeve T-shirt that like I could also buy a long sleeve quality T-shirt at Uniqlo for $40.
Yeah.
You know, not like Gildan 500 heavyweight. blend, you know.
Yeah. But it's about the clout. It's about the clout attached to the shirt.
That's weird. The other thing that gets me pissed off is when people
we
fucking
lost
Gildan.
it.
And I'm like, buy a different shirt. No.
Well, Teddy, you like Gildan's, right? Because we printed those Gambo shirts for you.
I don't remember.
I remember I was like, you want like next? I stopped printing since then because screen printing's a nightmare.
Yeah.
I wonder how Hi feels about this too, but they're frozen right now. But, I was getting high off fumes in my attic, like screen printing shirts and
Hell yeah.
evaporating the water-based ink, and like I burned my skin. I burned a hole in my couch. It was just a nightmare. So
Yeah.
but,
I don't actually wear any of the shirts I buy. I just put them in a box, and that's my retirement plan. Is one of these bands is going to make it big, and I can flip it on Depop for $600.
Yeah, you can make like a fun quilt too.
Oh no, we have two Kais.
We got two Kais. Welcome back. All right, Kai. So it didn't feel like you were talking about Ogbert the Nerd, but let's. it didn't, but it did. As a friend of Madison's, I just felt like I needed to bring it up.
Yeah. So before I recorded, we started recording, I did ask my group chat if anyone had suggestions for what we could talk about. And Madison did discuss, we talked about how much we hate them. So.
Okay, perfect. All right.
Yeah, I can do that. I can do any.
Yeah.
No, I'm a big fan of Ogbert. The Ogbert record was like probably the only thing that I actually listened to.
Yeah.
Like
it's
out
fun.
of my friends that released anything, you know? Like at least last year. This year, like a lot of people released some good stuff. Well, last year too. But over the quarantine, I mean.
I
This is
think
the only release I listened to.
Yeah, I think Ogbert's album was the only album with guitars that didn't just make me fucking hate guitars.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I really liked it. I liked it because the energy was all there.
Yeah.
And that's the only thing that I really didn't like about like any other Ogbert release is that it's just like, oh, these songs are really good, but they sound like shit. And like the energy's like not 100% there. Like when I go watch them, they're fucking wild. So like, you know, that's all.
The old EP sounds like you put a cell phone under a blanket and you hit like voice record.
Yes.
Like, all right. You know? I might be coming off as an audiophile, and I do apologize.
Yeah.
No, I think that there's art in having a shitty sounding record, and I think there's also art in having a really good sounding record. So it really does depend on like where you are. Like at the time when Ogbert only had two things out, it made a lot of sense that they sounded like shit. And like now they have like records and cool tapes and shit like that, where it's like, oh, this is great now. This makes sense.
To be fair, my favorite Steve record is still the one that sounds like shit.
Yeah. Understandably, I mixed it. That's why it sounds like shit.
That's why it's so good. It's got that touch, that Kai touch to it.
That like,
it's all about the heart, you know.
Yeah.
That was when we were trying to write real
chutzpah.
songs. Yeah, we were trying to write real songs with like choruses and things. And like nowadays, I'm like, I don't even know what a chorus is.
A chorus is just one really good 60-second song.
Kind of, yeah. I wrote one chorus actually. I wrote one chorus last year, and it is actually the end of the song, and it only repeats it, and then it fades out. So the chorus fades out into nothing.
We should talk about, I guess, Steve in theory, because I think like it's like I don't know. It does feel very like essential to DIY, like short sets, which is always appreciated, right?
Yeah,
the
album shit to everybody.
Yeah, but that's all good fun. Look, if you can't take a nice ribbing, then what are you doing playing in a band?
Yeah,
stroking your ego. You know.
Yes. Well, my boys are they're good boys, but like we're pretty mean. I'm very mean too. But like when we all hang out together, like we talk so much shit about like everybody. No one's off limits because like ultimately we still like certain people for the reasons that we like them. But then like if somebody put like more within the DIY scheme, if somebody made like a really shitty lead on one song, it's like, dude, that fucking sucks. Like that's the worst lead to put in that song. You should have just not recorded it.
That's the thing that I hate the most about like the DIY music industry is that you actually know each other, so it's really weird to be mean. Like when you read read a record review, no one's ever mean, and it's just like if a record sucks, I want someone to tell me it sucks. I don't want like nothing but puff pieces.
Yeah.
Like, if a record's bad, I'm going to say it's bad, or I'm going to like not book your band, and that's fine. It's not that you're a bad person or I don't like you, but
It's fucking art. It didn't resonate. That's it.
Exactly.
I can be really mean to like the closer I am with someone, the meaner I can be. Like I'm the meanest to my best fucking friends, for sure. They'll send me stuff and be like, this sucks. Like, what are you doing? And I would want them to do it to me because we have to keep each other in check, you know?
Exactly. That's how it is.
Yeah.
But there's like that awkward like middle ground where you like kind of know someone, so you don't want to talk shit about them. Whereas if you didn't know them at all, you can talk shit.
Yeah, because they might book you like great dudes back hard.
Exactly.
Yeah, great dudes back hard.
I make all of my life decisions based around being booked in basements. So
I was that way for so long, and then like I think 2019 was when I had a very like hard shift where it's just like I'm only going to book the people that I actually like and the people that I'll listen to, and you know, and the people like I actually talk to, you know, like because it's one thing like to put. I could say so many fucking band names right now that I have to not. I have to be careful. So like it's one thing to put
fly.
It's so easy to put like teacher Ooga Booga on every single one of your jazz Mason Gross school student band performance.
Yes.
You know, like
noted.
It's so easy to do that. It's so easy to do that. Or you could find somebody else who's doing something really fucking cool.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I've booked up so many shows that have eaten shit. It's wild. And I think the worst feeling, at least for me, because I don't book a lot, but when I do, I like when the lineup's good off the bat. Because if you're excited, other people will be. It's like the best feeling. But if you're booking a show that you're repaying a favor and you're like about to post and you're like, I don't know about this. And then it's like a week before and it's like 14 attending. Like the bands aren't even fully attending. No one's promoting. It's like, why even do it? Cancel the show at that point.
But
one time, go ahead, Teddy. I'm sorry.
Sometimes like a show that no one shows up to is a fun show. I've booked a bunch of shows that like no one gave a shit about except for me, but I had a really good time. I was just talking to one of my friends who lives in Detroit that I booked his like electronica band as a favor for a friend like 7 years ago at Boon Tunes, and I think like 10 people came. And on Twitter today, someone else mentioned something about Bootin', and he was like, "Oh yeah, I fucking love Bootin'." And I was like, "Oh yeah, glad you had fun at that show that like 12 people showed up to in 2017." But hey, I had fun.
Yeah, that is a good point. Yeah, every now and then, like you will make like a good memory. I guess it is what you make of it.
Yeah.
In 2018, in like December or January, whatever, I was living in Philadelphia, and I booked a show for Feller from like North Jersey. So I booked a gig for Feller and Quinn Sakala from South Carolina, and literally nobody was at that fucking show. Like it was bands playing to bands and like 2 people that showed up. And I don't even think they gave me money necessarily. Long story short, I ended up paying like Feller and Quinn out of pocket because I just had money at that time, and like, you know, it made sense. And still, I had a very good time at that gig because I got to actually watch Feller play. When at the other gigs, I'm stuck sitting outside, like marking people's hands, taking $5 or whatever. You know, at this gig, I was able to actually get down and watch every single band perform because nobody else was there.
Yeah, a VIP performance.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
We played when we were at South by Southwest. We played a show for literally one person once, and it was at his house. But he let us shoot off fireworks inside his house after we finished playing. So it was still one of the best shows I've ever played.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah. Like if you book my band and no one shows up, but you let me shoot off fireworks, that's fine. That's a good trade-off.
Yeah. That's good enough, I guess.
I think like something important about, not to be all like preachy and weird, but like about DIY is that like you do give a shit about the other bands and you watch them.
Yeah.
You know? Because that's how you like just make relationships. And not for getting ahead or getting a favor, but just you're there for music. You're like you like music, so
yeah,
you're there, you know?
We wouldn't know each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, none of us would know each other.
People that still go out to gigs. I have so much respect for the people that will like just go to a show even if they're not playing. Bobby Mahoney from East Brunswick is probably the most punk rock motherfucker, and that dude plays like rock Americana music on like shore stages and shit like that. But like literally, Bobby, I'll see it like 6 shows in a month. You know, and like that's fucking cool. And it's not even shows I'm playing, or you know, he just goes to the gigs because he likes music.
Yeah. Bobby gets a huge shout out because we've never met, but we follow each other on Twitter. And when he was supposed to open for Hoobastank, I asked him if he could guest list me, and he told me that he didn't get any guest list spots, but he would pay for my ticket so I could go see Hoobastank. And I was like, we've literally never met. And that's the nicest thing that anyone has ever done for me for a joke. And I was I told him, I was like, I'll pay for it. I'll come see y'all. And then the show got canceled for some reason. Probably who was think being fucking pretentious, but
that's awesome. I think I know them. They actually asked about coming on the pod a while ago. Maybe I've never met them, but they like reached out.
Yeah.
But that's so sick that they're just like down to fucking go to shows, you know?
Yeah.
Bobby's the most punk rock motherfucker, and I'll say that to the day I die. And again, he does play like very rock and roll music, but still fucking punk rock. That kid is the best. Oh God. Love Bobby.
Yeah. People like that are so vital to shit. Like just
definitely.
You know, I think you get disillusioned and you forget what it's about. You know, like go music and shows. And I think like, especially now that time has passed, it's like, I just miss, I went to like a taco place and there was a DJ and I was excited. Me and my girlfriend were like, whoa, did you hear he put air horns on that second verse of It Wasn't Me by Shaggy? And then I was like, oh, he cut after the second chorus. That's a smart move. You don't need to hear the third verse of It Wasn't Me. Like we were just engaged in this fucking DJ playing. It was awesome.
Dude, I was in Princeton. One time by like where that square is at over the summer, like last summer. And there was like a dad rock band playing out there. And I made my girlfriend stand there with ice cream, and we watched the dad rock band play like, you know, Sweet Home Alabama or whatever. And I was like, fuck yeah, nail that. It was so good. So good.
Yeah.
I think the only live music I've seen since the quarantine began is I was in Center City, Philadelphia, and there was a person playing like old school like rock hits on tuba in one of the parks. And the same thing is I sat there and I watched them for like 10 minutes because I was like, damn, this is how low I've gone that I'm willing to watch someone play tuba in a park. Like,
yeah,
please, Dr. Fauci, let me sweat in a basement again.
Mm. Yeah, when do you think it's going to happen? When do you think we'd actually be able to do it? I don't think for another year.
Yeah, February, probably, safely.
Yeah, next February, I'm thinking.
I think it depends on how actually good this Johnson & Johnson vaccine is. Because if they can roll it out as fast as they say they can, and we can actually get everyone vaccinated, I'd say like maybe like the early fall. But
yeah.
I heard that they're still trying to plan a way to make Fest in Florida happen, but I can't see it. They're talking about like bands being like having like paperwork for vaccines if you're traveling abroad. I don't know.
It's one of those things where like I think shows are gonna start happening. Like,
a band played at Chamber 43.
Yeah,
a punk rock band.
Shows are already happening. Like I know people that have played shows during the pandemic. I know people who pretend they haven't played shows during the pandemic for clout, but lie about playing shows.
I know people who drove out to Chicago to go play Audio Tree during the pandemic. So you know,
like So I think that we're going to see it kind of like ease in where people will start doing it before it's safe. And then there's going to be a point where even like you and I will have to be like, all right, well, fuck it. Everyone else is doing it and I'm vaccinated. So like, fuck it. Yeah. Like,
I think I'm going to be the same way. Like, you know, not that I'm itching to do anything necessarily at this moment.
Yeah.
But I can sort of like feel in my bones that there's going to be at some point where it's like, I got to do what like I've done before, or at least like one more time. You know, I need one more.
Especially when it becomes like the norm, even if it's like not safe. If I'm vaccinated and everyone else is putting themselves at risk, I'm going to be like, all right, whatever. Like,
yeah. There's only so much we can do about this because it was literally fucking handed to us like this. So.
Yeah. Maybe then at that rate, November, December, we'll see smaller shows popping up.
Yeah. No matter what, I feel like I'm going to mask up at shows just because like,
me too.
It's being surrounded by people in a basement sounds disgusting to me now. Yeah. Like I still crave it in a way, in like a dirty, perverted way. But at the same time, it's just like, I would love to never have a human being sweat on me again without my consent. Like, I would love to never have someone spit beer on me from a show.
Like handshakes are gross to me now. They just seem stupid. And it's like, why am I even doing this? I don't know.
I always thought handshakes were kind of a little weird to begin with, but
I like the foot bump thing everyone does.
I like the foot bump too. I like the elbows.
Soccer.
Yeah,
elbows is fun because like your hands are fucking dirty all the time. If you think about that,
definitely. My job's been pretty stupid, because it's like band and orchestra.
Do you have like the little tents? Like,
No.
I saw that going around online.
No, but I've been mostly virtual, and I'm starting to see kids in person, but like not wins yet. But they're talking about getting like bell covers, but you can't play saxophone, right? Because there's like holes in it. So I mean, technically speaking, air could leak out of the sides. Your clarinet is the same way. But at chamber, they had a saxophonist just fucking blow it away, like on the top. I guess the new chamber 43, they have a patio, and I was like, that's just so many gerbs, like just shooting air.
Just spraying.
So you're watching this dude play like a really great solo, but all you see are like acid trip lines of germs coming out of the sides.
Yeah, it seems like a bad. I don't know. I mean, I only saw pictures, and it seemed like they were doing something safely. So who knows?
Yeah. It's one of those things where, like, I feel like a lot of people just like to throw around the word safe when it realistically isn't safe, and they just like it's one of those things where it's like, I'm having a party, but it's socially distanced. It's just like, but is it really? Or are you just saying that so people won't give you shit on Twitter? Like,
yeah, 2 hours in, it's not socially distant.
Yeah, exactly.
You mix booze or alcohol, anything like that, weed, whatever. It's like not, you know.
You take the one picture where everyone's masked up, and then as soon as the cameras are off, it's like, okay, now we can get down to it.
Yeah.
This past week, I played with another band called Still Hungry, and so we had like they wanted to do sort of like a live stream thing, but you know, it was like recorded stream and all that. And literally, throughout almost every practice, we were all masked, and I think we're the only band that has actually ever stayed 9 feet away and masked entirely for like a week worth of rehearsals. And the only time we ever took them off and like I saw everybody's face was when we were either eating in our separate quarters or when we actually filmed the thing, and we were still like 9 feet away from one another.
Yeah. We'll go on, Teddy. Sorry.
The only like band I've seen do like a live set that was probably safe was Jeff Rosenstock, where they were all masked up the entire time, and their bassist refused to go play with them, and they green screened them in.
That was amazing.
That was so funny.
I didn't see that at first, and then when I saw it, I was like, wait, what?
There was like the first like few shots weren't like that weird, and I was just like, something looks off about John. And then like 2 minutes later, they were like spinning him around on like a green screen. And I was like, okay.
Yeah.
That was really funny. That was very funny.
That was on Seth Meyers, right?
They did one song on Seth Meyers, but then since everyone else in the band was in California except for John, they did like a full live set on YouTube.
Oh, cool.
Wow.
Yes, yeah,
I got to watch that. I got to check that out.
It's fun.
It's pretty tight.
I don't love a lot of like late game Jeff Rosenstock stuff, but it's still fun to see him do his thing.
Yeah, that's me too. I love Bomb. I saw Bomb like 4 times when I was like a young punker, you know, and it blew my fucking mind. But like Jeff, I can't get into, unfortunately. Yeah. I like Jeff. I think he's a really nice dude. Probably.
he's got a few hits in the late career arc, but it doesn't.
I did like the We Cool. I like the We Cool record. I like
We
that.
Cool was good, and there's a song off of his second most recent one called I think it's 9 to 11 or something like that, 11 to 9. It's about like being sad and getting high in the subway, and I'm like, yeah, all right.
I listened to No Dream once or twice, and I liked it, and then I never put it on again. But
it's one of those things where like everything is put out recently. It's just like I put it on, I go, yeah, that sounds like a Jeff record, and then I have no desire to ever listen to it again.
Yeah,
it's all consumption-based music listening, man. It's crazy. I'm going through like old records right now, so I'm listening to like Smokey Robinson, and you know, being all like, "Ooh, I listen to Smokey Robinson," you know. But like, I'm so not about digesting new music right now at this moment. You know, it's hard.
It's hard. I don't know where to find. I try, like I dig and like online. But I don't know what sites to trust. I will never trust the alternative. Never ever.
I have exclusively been listening to hyperpop and Russian trap music for like the past like few weeks.
Yeah, that seems like a you thing, Teddy.
Yeah. I was talking to Dan like a few days ago, and they were mentioning something. I was just like, oh yeah, I'm listening to like the new Raidway album and like something else, and they were like, I feel like you just make up shit. Like I could not tell if you were lying to me, and I was like, that's fair. Like.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know what I've been listening to. So it's hard. It's hard to. You know what? I go back because you know I'm old. older, I guess, I go back to all the stuff I missed out on by like 3 or 4 years. I've been listening to like Strike Anywhere and like
Hell yeah.
Oh,
Melodic
sick, dude.
Steampunk. Yeah.
I loved Strike Anywhere when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I remember, like, I listened to Rise Against. I was like, this is pretty good. And then I heard Strike Anywhere. I was like, this is just what I wish Rise Against sounded like.
Yeah. 100%.
Yes.
100%.
Oh
Yeah,
my god.
They're awesome. They're so like
Yeah.
melodic punk. And I was like, and like Kid Dynamite too. I was like, how did I never get into these
Kid
bands
Dynamite,
until
yeah.
like last year was the first time I started listening to that stuff. But
Wow.
yeah, it's weird.
I've been listening to that new Best of the Worst record. It's really good.
Oh,
I
thanks.
like it too.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
like
thank
it.
you.
I
Oh,
like
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I never trust anyone when they tell me that. I'm like, are you
I would
lying?
not lie to you. If I didn't like it, I would straight up tell you I didn't like it.
All right, thanks.
I think you can trust Kai and I that we're both mean enough that if this was ingenuous, you could tell.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest with this one. I think I've only listened to the full thing twice through, so I don't have a full hard opinion on it, other than the fact that like, yeah, okay, I can drive to this and not get bored.
Cool. Yeah, try to throw a lot of flash in it. A lot of just like, whoa, what's gonna happen now?
I enjoy that because like it's sort of like, well, emo music is so fucking predictable, so I don't listen to emo bands like ever.
Yeah.
And then, but for some reason, Spotify is only like, yeah, you love Mom Jeans. Oh, you also really like Origami Angel. But I do like that band.
I do really
Me
like
too.
Origami Angel.
Yeah, they're
They're-
sick.
I'm wearing an Origami Angel shirt right now.
Dude, they're really sick. They're
They're
really
so fucking.
sick.
They're literally like the only twinkly band that I can like listen to in 2021.
Me too. Yeah, they're the things that they do, and
Yeah.
it's like a 2-piece, right? Or there's
It's a 2-piece. Yeah, there's 2 of them.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw them live with Joe. That was one of the last good shows I went to before the pandemic was
Yeah.
down at
With Sheem at Clubhouse.
yeah.
Right,
We didn't play with
right.
them, but just Joe and I were both there.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah.
Small tiny room. I remember Elio farted in like the small
Yeah.
room. And I looked over and he was like, I'm ripping ass over here.
So I mentioned before that I asked the group chat what we should talk about. That was Elio's suggestion, was we should talk about how much we all love Elio. So
Perfect.
we do love Elio's farts.
I love it.
Yeah. Oh man.
I feel like my mood every time we've ever played with Gumbo, it's always been a really good time, and especially whenever I see Elio on stage. Something about Elio on stage just makes me really happy every time.
He just always looks like he's having a blast, and he's always so nervous for it. You would think hasn't been playing shows for like 15 years.
Yeah, holy shit.
We played a show with Elio once up at somewhere in fucking Oneonta, the Cop Frat, Metal Frat, something like that. And me and Dan both drank 4 Locos that night, and we're like absolutely like piss ripped. And Elio was completely sober, and Elio fucked up like every like 3 minutes. And it was one of those things where it's just like, you're sober. You're the only one in this band that isn't like blackout drunk. How did we play this badly? Like, and that's what I love about Elio. Is that
Too nervous.
yeah, he's a nervous little boy.
Yeah, back at the alma mater. Just
Yeah.
you know.
Oh,
He wanted to flex, and we looked so fucking stupid. It was really funny though.
Yeah, those shows are fun. He booked Best of the Worst there once for Ska Wars. It was called. It was a all-day ska show. And it was like maybe 6 years ago. It wasn't that long ago. But so the singer of Catch 22 was headlining, like playing acoustic, and he plays like reggae ska stuff. And he didn't sing on Keys Be Nights. He sang on the later albums. Ryan Eldred, super nice guy, really chill, very off the grid. And like a band playing was covering Catch 22, and they called him on the stage, but it was the song off Keys Be Nights, the album he didn't sing on. And like there's bad blood there.
Yeah.
You know, the guy who formed Streetlight, like he sang his song, and they called him up like, "Come on down, sing the song," and he was like, I didn't write this one, but okay. Pick it up. Yeah, it was rough.
That must be so awkward.
Yeah, what do you do? Because it's like you got kids who look up to you for being part of a record, but it's like you hate the fucking guy. I don't know if he hates him. At this point, I hope not.
Yeah, at this point, they're both grown men. I would hope that you don't have beef over a ska record. But
yeah,
I also love holding grudges, so I would not doubt it.
I also like holding grudges. So.
Yeah.
Wait, can you tell me your grudge with the alternative? I'll tell you my grudge with the alternative.
Yeah.
Besides, like it all seeming like middle of the road alternative indie rock that I just don't listen to because I don't like live in a dorm and I'm like, you know.
Yeah, I'm a grown man. I don't need a fucking website to tell me what to listen to.
I wish there was, but I can't find one. But what really got me was they tweeted, and this just made me feel like you're out of touch. But they were like, our challenge is to make ska-core a thing in 2020. And I was like, I've been doing this for 15 years to no one. No one's cared ever. And now you're like making it like a bit or like, I don't know. Don't fetishize me.
Ska-core is not a joke, all right? It's a lifestyle. So without naming names, my beef with the alternative is that at this point, this is like this once again, this is a stupid grudge. If you're listening to this, I don't actually give a shit about any of these things. It's funny to me at this point. But so like 7 years ago at this point, when Bernie Sanders was running for president, they booked a gig to support Bernie Sanders running and booked entirely cishet white dudes on their bill. And it wasn't like it was like a 3 or 4 band bill. It was like a 10 band festival that was all straight white dudes. And a friend of mine, who I will not name, posted on the event and was just like, hey, it's kind of fucked up that you're like running the show for what's probably the most progressive candidate on the bill and booking only cishet white dudes who fall into like this very narrow like music scene.
Yep.
And their comment got deleted and like they were banned from the event page. And so I posted and I was like, yeah, really said something great about your fucking like show if as soon as you take any sort of criticism from a queer person about the fact that you booked like a non-inclusive lineup, you like delete that and don't want to have a dialogue about it. And meanwhile, while this was happening, as I was on tour, I think we were coming back from South by Southwest. And so one of the people that runs the alternative was like blowing up my phone, trying to message me about it. I kept being like, you don't understand the situation. It was supposed to be a much more diverse lineup, but we just couldn't get any of the bands that we wanted to. And all the bands they wanted to get were bands that were like, at this point, way out of their fucking league to play like some benefit show in Montclair. And they were like, the person who owns the venue is Spanish, so it's really offensive that you would say this. And it's just like, the fuck are you talking about? And like the entire time I was like, I'm on tour. This is not my argument. I do not care. And I kept like reiterating that. I was like, I don't care. And then they like tried to like end it with like, so like, what's your band? Like we could like work something out with you. I was like, I don't want anything to do with this. I just wanted you to not delete the comment where a queer person called you out for booking all cishet white dudes. Like that's it. Like, I don't even like if you book all cishet white dudes, I don't care. I won't go to your show, but I'm not going to like make a fucking fuss about it. But if you are booking a show that you're pretending is radical and you can't even take like a hint of criticism, then you probably shouldn't be doing it.
Just own up to the comment. Own up
to the comment. Exactly.
Everything he told me in a DM, he could have posted in like the thing that was like, we tried to book more bands. This is who we ended up with. We think they'll draw big. We're more interested in making money than representation, which is capitalism at its finest, but some bullshit like that. But it's one of those things where it's like, I don't know. Once again, this is 6 years ago. I don't give a shit what the alternative does now, but I will forever hold a grudge because I can.
I think you can hold this grudge. No, listen, I think you're allowed to hold this grudge on the basis that of all of that bullshit, like just the surface level of all that bullshit. And then also on just like the naivete of people at that time. And I think you're allowed to hold on to that because this could have been an eye-opening experience for said person. I know who this is for said person. I know this could have been an eye-opening experience for them. Maybe, who knows? But either way, they have to live with that fact. And also, if you go on Facebook, the event is still up and all of this on it.
That's beautiful.
Beautiful.
I have looked at this before because Teddy, you told me this story. And
we talked about this semi-recently because I was just like, it's one of those things where it's like, in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't matter. I've booked all straight white man lineups. I'm sure all of us have by accident. It happens. Like, there are a lot of straight white men who like to play music and not a lot of people who don't, especially on a Tuesday night or some shit. Like, you take what you can get.
Is that we all three of us just agreed that like we accidentally booked like all white guys on the same bill and none of us had a problem with saying that out loud.
Because again, it's one of those things where I've made this point like especially clear because I think someone tried to call me out for booking a show that was like all like cishet white dudes, and I said like the same thing where I was like, it's a Tuesday night and I asked 10 bands and 4 of them said yes. It's like, do you want to play a show on Tuesday night? No one does. But I'm trying to book a goddamn band.
You need that white dude ego to be like, I want to fucking rock.
I want exactly because we're white guys. Only white guys have nothing else to do on a Tuesday night.
Exactly. I need someone whose parents are paying their fucking rent so they can play at the Meat Locker at 11 p.m.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Oh man. Yeah, it's funny. I think it's true to and I think Kai, it's funny we did a podcast about this, but the way you bring more people in that are not white is you book and you get everyone involved, everyone in the mix, you know?
I'm like I make it so obvious of what I'm trying to do. And that's the thing that I think a lot of people haven't done in the past is that they're kind of like they're not forward with their intentions while I'll come out of the gate and say like, hey, if you're like black, brown, or any sort of queer, like hit me up, please. You know, like that's kind of it. You know, I'm very open with my with the way that I book my things, and a lot of people don't really do that, and that's okay. That's their vibe. That's their vibe. That's
Well, all right. So if I could push back a little, I've seen people brag about. It's actually at that one NJDIY meeting that I went to that you were with, you and Sophia, and a person I won't say who they were, but they were wearing a fedora, and they were bragging about making friends with minorities. Like I'm really good at bringing them into the scene, and it felt like some weird like tokenizing. And like, you know, obviously, like if your intentions are pure, then they are, and that's it.
Yes,
you know?
yes. No, it's definitely a weird thing to say out loud for sure. Like I don't think I would ever say like, oh yeah, fucking, you know, me and black guys were tight. You know, I don't think I'll say that ever necessarily. Yeah,
it had like a Pokemon collector vibe. I didn't like it.
Sounds very Get Out to me.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Fuck, Teddy, come on.
Yeah. I don't know. My whole thing was like, I just wanted to book the shows that I wanted to go to. And since I have a diverse group of friends and listen to a diverse group of like music, then the shows that I booked usually ended up being diverse, both musically and with the people who played it. And if you're not interested in that and those are the shows you booked, that's fine. But then you don't get to complain when no one cares about your shows that are 4 white dudes who could have been in the same band 5 times over. And that's it. And the same thing happens when people like that try and book shows where they try and be diverse, but they do it for the wrong reasons, where they always want like we have like a token woman or a token person of color on the bill so that people will be like, this show isn't racist. There was one black person on it, like shit like that. And it's, I don't know. It feels like a lot of people are doing diversity for the wrong reason, and it comes off as really weird to me. But once again, I am a white person who is like male passing, so I don't have the highest priority in this conversation.
Well, I think what Teddy, you're saying, and what Joe was saying before was like Pokemon cards, you know, where it's like, yeah, I got this one, I got this one, I got that one. And sometimes like when I'm looking at a bill that I'm putting together, I'll think like, oh, that I don't know about that. And like, I'll make adjustments accordingly to what I think would be good. But ultimately, like what Teddy said is like, yeah, I know a fuck ton of people. Like I've gone to open mics specifically to look for opening acts. Like I'll go to coffee houses and see like somebody play an acoustic guitar and sing really fucking beautifully and approach them afterwards and be like, hey, you're not white. You want to come play the show? Or I'll be that straightforward with it where it's like, hey, so like there's like 7 other white guys with acoustic guitars, but like you can come play this gig too.
Yeah. We just got too many feelings.
It is Pokemon cards. It is a Pokemon card game sometimes.
It's just tricky.
Yeah,
us white guys love being in the spotlight. We love singing about relationships and breakups. I love wearing those band shoes. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
I do too sometimes, you know? Yeah. And that's the beauty of it is that like, even though I might not look like you, I talk like you, I might talk even more than what you can say. That's, you know, I think that music has no fucking boundaries.
Of course.
Of like who can say what.
Yeah. I think the beautiful thing about being in New Jersey or like even Philly, like just such like diverse areas is a lot of times like you don't have to try and you'll get kind of mixed bills off the bat.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
So,
that's what pisses me off so much in like places like Brunswick, where once again you get teacher Ooga Booga playing a million fucking gigs, and you know Joey Pepsi playing like 17. Actually, that's a real name. Never mind him. You know,
we can beep it out. We can beep it out. Anyway,
yeah. Okay. You get all that bullshit that just like plays the same things over and over again. There's like a jam band house at some point. I don't know if you were aware of that, Joe, but like there would be these like jam bands that would play like 40-minute long sets each. And that's all they did. But like, once again, I wasn't talking shit to them necessarily. They're doing their
own thing.
They're doing their thing. If you want to have like 30 people in a basement and listening to the same drum and bass line over and over again, that's fine. That's totally fine. I love Steely Dan.
Yeah.
I like Steely Dan. They're great.
Yeah. Yeah.
I went through a Steely Dan phase during quarantine.
Me too. I'm still in it.
All right. Joe, you got to tell me your beef with the alternative now that now that I've gotten myself canceled in New Jersey.
It was just the ska core comment. That was really. I'm sorry.
That was it.
I don't have more. But that's
okay.
They offended my heritage as a ska kid, and I really was not down with.
Like, I know that on the level it seems stupid to get mad about that, but I get it that like there are like entire scenes that have existed, and it's annoying when people try and capitalize on it and pretend that they are the first.
They're like, look what I discovered. Look what I found. Look at this.
And it's all because Jared, the person who does Ska 2 Network, like gave ska such a fucking huge platform. Like,
my God, yeah.
Which is great.
It's sick. But ska would still be getting clowned on if it wasn't for them making it cool for young people. And like you were saying, they're trying to capitalize and be like, oh, Jared, what if hardcore ska was real? And it's just like, yo, what? Like,
yeah.
have you like, and it's so funny because person who may have tweeted that may have been growing up in New Jersey at the time that ska core was a very prevalent
and not even
genre.
like our band, like Folly or like
not even your
Boss Tones.
Folly, exactly.
Folly's so important. Yeah. It felt sheltered. It felt like a sheltered take. Like you don't know punk music, but you care about local music and you want to showcase it. To their credit, like their site is super diverse. They cover lots of genres. It's all different types of people. Like, you know, but
that's my gripe with them. I don't think it's that diverse. I don't think it's that diverse.
I did a quick scan. I don't know.
I think I agree with you. Like, yeah, their Spotify playlists are pretty diverse, but it's also really fucking easy to click add to playlist on a phone or whatever. Like it's not necessarily like they're digging deep. And the bands and the artists that they tweet about sometimes or promote are always like the same. And you can always tell when one of them was or you could always tell when another band wrote their review or wrote their like write up for it or some shit, you know, like and it's a copy paste situation.
Oh man, yeah, that's gross. Yeah, I don't follow them, so I don't know. I refuse to. And then they follow the best of the worst. I almost tweeted at them, unfollow this account. And I was like, I gotta chill. My bandmates will not be happy.
I would do it. Fuck it, dude. That's the vibe of the best of the worst is that like the band has existed for so many years and you're still going to exist regardless of who covers you.
Exactly.
You know?
What are you going to take my job away? I can't teach band anymore. I don't give a shit about anything else, really. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I think that Spotify playlists are one of my biggest fucking gripes in like the current pandemic state. It's like every fucking 3 days, someone's just like, you know what will save the music scene is I'm going to put together a Spotify playlist solely based off of what people send me. That's going to be 3 fucking hours long, and then someone's going to listen to it. Who has ever listened to any of those goddamn Spotify playlists? I would never listen to a fucking Spotify playlist that someone I did not like personally know made specifically for me. I will never listen to one that's like some fucking person's like, I put together 7 hours and the best musicians from Philadelphia. Who fucking cares? Like,
it's like, not even 7 best. It's just the 7 most bands that commented the fastest. Me.
Exactly. Like that's once again, like as I said previously, my biggest gripe with music journalism is DIYs that no one's mean. And the same thing goes with these Spotify playlists is that there's no actual art or like skill put into it. Like no one actually sat down and was like, what would make a good playlist? What would people want to listen to? What bands would like sound good together? What songs would flow nicely into each other? They're just like, I accepted 300 songs. Here are those 300 songs I've never listened to.
Yeah. It's even worse when they're collaborative playlists.
Oh,
and
absolutely.
It's just everybody adding all their own music. It's like, why?
Isn't the end game? It's going to be literally every song on Spotify. Like
exactly.
That's where
I think that's the end game. Yeah, that's the end game.
Support the scene, and it's literally every song in human existence.
Isn't so is there ever payola with that? Like pay to be on this playlist? I know for bands on labels, yes. Like bands that get a huge monthly jump in monthly list. My sister's ex-husband, maybe I should bleep this part out, but he is a rapper now, and it's fucking hilarious because he like raps about like like he raps like 50 Cent kind of, and it's like a white Italian guy, and he raps about like spaghetti and sauce and stuff. It's really bad.
I like that.
That rules.
No, but it's like
the John Cause of DIY rap.
There's a line like real G's move in silence like gnocchi because the G's.
I like that.
Wait, that's an actually really smart rhyme.
God damn it!
That's a good line and a reference to the Lil Wayne real G's move in silence like lasagna.
Which I didn't even realize he stole it. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean that's good then because it's a reference to that Lil Wayne lyric, but making it even more Italian than lasagna.
All right, I'm sending both of you.
Rap.
Yeah.
Damn it! I'm sending both of you a video after. It's bad, I swear. But he.
Right, and I'm gonna send you a Spotify playlist of my favorite.
You have sent me yourself rapping in a vampire accent. I don't think you get to critique other people's rap careers.
Gary Vampires is one of the best in the game to do it. He's got new material coming.
Gary Vampire. I want that as a mixtape, please.
It's real.
It's kind of problematic, but it's real.
Okay.
Yeah. Wait. So I know payola for the Spotify playlist thing is real. But what was happening in NJ DIY that was like so common? Because I saw it on my feed all the time.
I don't know. I don't remember why me and Madison started clowning on NJ DIY, but I'm very happy that I'm banned from that group. I feel like a weight has been lifted off my chest.
See, I'm pseudo off and on Facebook. Like I have 2 Facebook accounts for some fucking reason. The other one's currently in the process of getting deleted. You have to wait like a month, apparently.
It's fucking wild.
Yeah.
That's some like dystopian shit that you have to wait for your Facebook to be deleted.
Yeah, and I also had to like wait to download all of my own information or like my own photos. And I thought that was very interesting. But regardless, so I wasn't in the NJ DIY group on my new page. So I have no idea what happened.
It's just a good old time. People were just having a good time.
Yeah, we were just joking around and we all got banned.
Yeah.
Oh, so we're using this platform to stay connected to other local musicians in a fun and entertaining way. Fucking get out of here.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. The thing that I got banned for was I made a Spotify playlist that was called Old Punks Who Hate Fun. And I posted it and it was like, hey guys, I'm looking for submissions to my new Spotify playlist. And then they kicked me out.
Yeah. So I don't know if I was the catalyst because I really credit most of the yeehaw good time to you and Madison, but
yeah, it was mostly Madison.
Yeah. I made a post like, I'm looking to start a band, need a guitarist, bassist, drummer, keyboard player, lead vocalist. And then like people were responding like, I'm in, and I was like, all right, I'm not in the band. Like,
yeah, PayPal me $60.
Yeah, but then I became like Madison shit posting the guy from 2.5 Men. And then
John Cryer.
Yeah.
That's like, John Cryer's all over the fucking place.
Yeah, it was great. It was really funny. But then, you know what? It's like the older punks know what's best for us, and they had to lay down the law.
They had to silence us.
Yeah, and it's for the New Jersey scene's own good. So
they had to say, look, you could only post real playlists and T-shirts on Bandcamp Fridays.
Yeah. And you can post the fucking outdoor shows. That's a thing that people have been advertising now in NJDIY, which is fine. God. Yeah,
that makes me want to be in the group now.
Kaz sent me a screenshot literally like right before we started recording of someone posting being like, I got 3 original band slots left in April for a paid socially distanced gig opportunity. Give me a shout on here or email me. Thank you. So that's what you can do in NJDIY, but God forbid you joke around with your friends about playing fake shows or whatever.
You would think that like helps strengthen the scene. I know there's like another Facebook group like shit post. I forget what it is, but everyone's just having fun.
Exactly. No one was being mean. No one was. Yeah, like that was the thing. It was so fun. I think Ross was the first one to get banned because they posted some video of like it was like an edited video where NJDIY was like the bad guy in like a movie scene or something like that. I don't remember exactly what it was.
Yeah, that's amazing.
I'm trying to find the meme that Madison got deleted for. Hold on, let me.
The 1984 meme is.
Yeah, that was the one I made.
I love that one.
I think it was originally a Ben Garrison comment. It was like some comment on like whatever bullshit censorship right wingers are complaining about. There was like a guy flipping back a calendar and it to the date that's like January 1984 or whatever. And I commented to the other person, it'd be like, honey, you can't shitpost an NJDIY anymore or something like that.
Yeah, it was so good. What is this, 1984? We can't shitpost. Oh, I loved it. Yeah. But, you know, I know that group as just people wanting things. And look, if people can network often and find guitarists, great. You could probably also do that on Craigslist. But I see a lot of like acoustic guitar people going live is what I see. It's 7,000 people. It's a lot of people.
Yep. Yeah.
I don't know. It's hard to have that many people all on the same page.
Exactly. And it's hard to keep like them all within the same demographic of punk rock or rock music, whatever you want to fucking call it. DIY music. Let's say that as a blanket term.
Yeah. Yeah. So gets a little fishy. But they know what's best, so they had to shut it down.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's so ridiculous. Who runs that group nowadays?
I probably.
I'm not going to name names, but I do know exactly who it is.
Yeah. Starts with an A?
No.
Okay.
Some of the people I know and like, and I met and cool, and I'm sure they're all cool. Some of them have been cold to me. So.
I've had people try to ignore me before, and it's really, and like this was when I had blonde hair and also the only 5-foot Asian kid at the show. So it's always really funny when people try to ignore me because it's like, no, you recognize me.
Oh, like talking in person tried to ignore you,
or like, you know, do that thing where you like walk by without saying hello, and then I'm such a dick where I'm like, hey.
Yeah, I was just thinking about that the other day where like if shows come back, I'm saying hey to everyone. Like
I'm gonna say hi to everybody.
Not? Yeah, why would we even pretend that any of this matters?
I think I said hi to everybody in general because I always like feeling like really popular when I come into like the basement. I'll be like, hey, what's up? Hey, you know? Yeah. And then I always found it weird when people didn't like to say hi to me. Like, am I that annoying?
I always feel bad. Whenever someone adds me on Facebook, if I don't know them personally, I immediately mute them so I don't see them on my timeline. But it causes all these people to develop parasocial relationships with me because they'll see all my stuff and think we're friends. So there have been people that have come up to me in like basements and been like, oh, what's up? And it's like, I literally have no idea who this person is. They feel like they know me because they've seen me shitpost for like fucking like 3 years.
The worst is when the person doesn't even have like a real profile photo of like themselves.
Yeah.
So you're kind of like, I don't know if this is black square with red line. Like, I don't know if that's you.
Or all these people that have like fake names, which I get not using a real name on Facebook, but it's just like, how am I supposed to know who you are? Fake guy.
Fake guy. That Facebook got deleted, actually.
Oh, no.
Did it?
Yeah. They asked for a picture of my driver's license because someone reported my fake name and they're like, we need a picture of your driver's license to know your real name. So I sent them a picture of me giving the middle finger. And then every time I try to log in, it's like your account is under review, but all my shit's been wiped. So
I tried to change my name back to Hoobastank on Facebook, and I just sent in a super blurry photo of my driver's license in the hope that some dude getting paid minimum wage in like Indonesia would just be like, fuck it, like, all right, and approve me. But they denied me, so I'm stuck as Tedu. I cannot change my name on Facebook unless I provide legal identification for it.
Dang. Yeah.
Also, I found the meme that Madison got banned for, and it was a photo of Alan Harper from 2.5 Men, and it just said NJDIY, care for each other's, have fun on it. That's apparently getting kicked out worthy. So
I mean, the people that run that group are mostly North Jersey, right?
Yeah. I know like every single one of the admins, and I think I'm friends with most of them on Facebook, which just makes this so much funnier. I don't care. Like, I'm not mad.
Yeah. It's funny.
Yeah. The only thing that I am like a little mad about was I was going to post in it to see booking another online gig in like a few weeks, and I need like one more band. I was like, oh, this would be a great time to post an NJDIY, but I fucking can't. Like,
the one time you need it during the pandemic.
Exactly.
Like the one really necessary time.
Yeah. Although you could try NJDIY too on Facebook.
Well, that's the thing is I posted asking, I was like, can I actually post here or just shit post? And everyone just commented with jokes about it. I was like, all right, maybe I won't actually post here.
You could.
I'll get clowned on for my genuine post.
No, I'm sure someone will take you up on it. Yeah, or Craigslist.
Yeah.
Craigslist making a comeback. Yeah.
Dude, I love Craigslist. I think Craigslist is the best fucking medium for like communicating with your local people. I think it's a better medium than NJDIY Facebook page. Like
I don't
the
know.
amount of things that I go through, and I look at everything in Craigslist. Like I'm in misconnection. Like I'm in all that shit. So I love it. I love it.
I used to be a big Craigslist fan, but I've switched over to Facebook Marketplace for the most part because I know that it's not
Yeah,
someone
for
who's
buying
gonna,
things. Yeah,
who's not gonna murder or scam me. Like,
Yeah.
because I've been scammed on Craigslist or like gone to like meetups for shit that like didn't exist, and it's just like great. I'm glad I drove 20 minutes to sit in a parking lot because someone failed to scam me out of PayPaling them ahead of time. Whereas on Facebook, it's just like I have your fucking photos. I know where you live. Like, you better not fucking try and swipe this fucking laptop from me. Like,
Yeah, I got catfished off Craigslist once, actually.
What?
Yeah, I feel like we're far enough in the podcast where I can tell the story. Because hopefully my administrator wouldn't listen this far in anyway. I don't know, just like a dumb, like horny 19-year-old kid. But it basically, long story short, is I was like FaceTiming with someone, but their camera didn't work, and I got naked. And like I knew it was wrong, but I was like, oh, maybe it's not. Maybe it's real.
Yeah, you're on that like seeking suspicion of like this could be a magical moment.
Yeah. And
You
that's
might
how I
find
met
true
your
love.
mother.
yeah.
I had a Facebook girlfriend in like a 7th or 8th grade or whatever. It was same thing where it's like, oh, I'll never meet you, but like, you know, your photo's really cute. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's important to be safe on the web, everyone.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
don't give out your real address or your name. Stranger danger.
Yeah. And if you want to respect law and order, join the NJDIY Facebook group.
If you like succinct messages, if you're looking for a band, if you're looking for a playlist to collaborate with.
I used to troll that group a little bit, and then I was like,
that was the thing, is like I've been trolling NJDIY for like fucking years. Like I looked at like my like post history before I got deleted, and like the last thing I had posted was looking for bands for a pro cop benefit show at a firehouse. And I was just like I've done nothing but shit post in this group and have fun. But apparently no fun allowed anymore. This is NJDIY is the new cops. You heard it here first, folks.
Oh my god, for real.
Man, I had a fake Facebook page, and I would post. I was like, I made my job that I was a promoter, and I'd post every few months, running an amazing show, hit me up. And I would get like 20 messages, and I would just fuck with people. And then I got a job teaching, and I was like, I gotta chill. So I stopped.
That's really funny. I like that idea though, being like, hit my line, hit my line. Well, because good shows.
It feels like people always, and I'm not in the group really enough to know. Feels like people always want to take. Like people always want opportunity for them.
Yes.
And rarely are people giving something altruistically. Like,
true.
Yeah.
True.
That's DIY in a nutshell.
Yeah.
We're all, well, this is the thing that I've been like racking in my brain for the past year. It's been like, we like to consider ourselves like a collective group, but realistically, we're all our own band bubbles or friend band bubbles, where it's like, we're really tight in our sphere, but like not necessarily your sphere, but like we'll still be nice to your sphere. But, I found that a little dissonant with and trying to consider us as friends while we're still like not really in the same like bubble of people. I don't know. Weirded me out. Hence why I changed it and made a new Facebook with people that I actually know in real life.
Yeah. I mean, you're right.
It's weird when it gets to the point where you're like, oh, so many of my relationships are just like parasocial dudes trying to hit me up for like clout or whatever.
Yeah. People want something,
Yeah.
People just want it, and they'll say anything. They'll tell you how great your band is without ever hearing your last record. I love that shit where it's like, oh, this is the best band. Well, if everyone's the best band, then who's like a good band? Like, like who's not doing good?
Yeah.
Yeah. To be fair, I'm only friends with Joe, so he'll keep sending me choke artist hats.
That's my big money making scheme.
Yeah.
As long as Teddy keeps losing hats, we'll stay in business.
I think I'm on hat number 4 because I just lose hats like constantly.
I go on a TaskRabbit and I pay someone $20 to break into your house and steal choke artist beanie.
Yeah.
So, it's been working.
I know I left one of them in Albany. Dang. I don't know where the other 3 ended up.
Yeah.
Probably there's one in Newark.
I always like thinking about that, actually, of how much clothes and shit that I've left throughout like the country in like weird places.
Yeah, to be fair, when we ran a house venue back in Newark, we had like a lost and found of clothes, and
that's really good.
No one claimed like any of it, so we just started giving it out at shows. We were like, if you need clothes, if you need food, we had like this like donation ban, and people just kept putting stuff in. So eventually, I think Lex from Sunrot took all of it and donated it to like a shelter. So if you left something at our house over the past like 6 years, it went to a good home.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's beautiful, because like they obviously weren't contacting you.
Exactly.
I've only ever contacted one house show for something, actually, and it was like a flannel shirt. That was like it was a really nice flannel shirt. It wasn't like those like Aeropostale ones. It was like Field and Stream, heavy duty flannel.
Yeah, your farmer outfit.
My farmer outfits, exactly.
Kai, you have some nice fits. I will say.
I don't know if I have nice fits, other than that I just think I wear kind of the same thing, so it just looks good on me. Although this is a nice shirt. This is from a Lancaster brewery company. It's really good.
Nice.
Cool spot. Real cool spot.
Your video is frozen for me, so I cannot see it, but I will imagine it.
That's fine. I can only imagine my videos frozen this whole time.
Yeah. We'll edit it in post. Yeah, I do have. I got someone to help me produce the podcast. So now my workload is cut in half. So they're an amazing person. So thank you.
Wow. So they got to deal with this bullshit. I'm so sorry that my videos froze.
They're gonna be like, these people are really bitter.
I like those other people you talk to. They seem really positive about their music release.
Yeah, I can't imagine how much different like the podcast where you talk to like Elio about like teaching during a pandemic versus me and Kai just being like, yeah, fuck all these people over beefs that don't matter anymore. Like,
that was a wholesome one. Anymore. Yep. The teacher podcast was very wholesome.
That's Elio, cute. I gotta check that out.
Elio's very wholesome.
Yeah. Well, let's wrap this one up too. I gotta go make dinner.
Okay.
Yeah, no problem.
But
yeah.
I just broed you. I actually said, yeah, bro, go ahead. Who am I? See who I've become now?
I actually appreciate it because no one calls me that. And now I feel my masculinity has been affirmed. So that
I'll bro you anytime.
Yeah. Oh God, just wish I was in a basement getting misgendered by someone who's asking me for something.
One day soon.
One day again. a person that has messaged my queer like record label where we have our pronouns in the fucking description will call me, hey man, looking for a show. Thanks, bro. Thanks in advance, dude.
So it's like clearly you didn't do any research.
Yeah, you didn't do literally any research.
You're just probably copy and pasting a fucking Facebook message over and over and over.
Yep.
I know how it is. It is.
Oh yeah. We've all booked bands before.
Hey, I've done it.
If we are departing, I do have one more suggestion for what we can talk about. From our group. This is from John Cos. He suggested that we talk about RuneScape.
I was playing RuneScape like 2-3 years ago, and I really enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun.
Hell yeah. What are your opinions on RuneScape, Joe?
It sounds like a carpet cleaner to me.
I don't know if you're too old or too young for RuneScape,
or just too sheltered from the real world. I don't
know, actually, Joe. I think you might have been able to catch RuneScape at the time, like when it was like fucking shitty servers and all. But because I remember when it was really shitty, because I was very young, very
young.
Well,
I remember being on RuneScape and having some like random dude be like, "You don't get any pussy yet?" Like, and it's probably and it's definitely like some fucking like 17-year-old or like nobody over the age of 18 at least.
Yeah. It was another 12-year-old trying to flex on you 12-year-olds.
Yeah, for like something that neither of us experienced.
Yeah. You got to go message him back now. Be like, just to let you know, sir, I have gotten
Following up.
Yeah. As per our last conversation. I hope this email finds you well. I have gotten pussy.
Oh man, I used to get bullied by a kid in my math class. He was a year older than me, but he would like stab me with a pen and punch me all the time. And one day he turned to me and said, "Do you even get blowjobs?" So weird.
But what did he mean? Like, do you receive or do you like get the understand? Concept? Like, do you understand how it works?
Wrap your head around, wrapping your lips around this. Yeah. Well, thank both of you for coming on.
Of course.
Thank you. This is so much fun.
It was
I
good
love to
hang.
talk shit.
Yeah, totally. We're gonna bleep everything out in post.
Yeah. the entire audio is just a fucking tone.
I didn't talk half as much shit as I thought I would. So I'm
you're
very
good.
proud of myself.
We were good. We were all fine. It's fine.
Squeeze. I'm gonna get canceled by the alternative, but I already have them blocked on Facebook and Twitter. So
yeah, I don't follow them. What are you gonna do? Not write about my band?
Yeah. My band that doesn't exist. Damn, they're not gonna cover my Eurodance EP that I'm putting out.
Never know. Yeah,
I literally don't give a fuck about what anyone thinks about me. So
yeah, that's the thing. Like, I don't want to sound like I'm jealous or bitter. It's just I don't care, and it's not relevant to me.
Yeah,
that's it too. Like I don't think I'm a jaded punk. I just don't fucking care what anyone thinks about me.
You're more honest, and you're confident in yourself. Yeah.
I think I get jaded sometimes when I hear other people talk about punk, but like ultimately, it's like I don't care what you're doing. I kind of care about what I'm doing, and I don't care if you like what I'm doing.
Yeah. I get pussy, so I don't care what anyone thinks about me.
I get pussy. I'm fine.
Woo! All right. We'll end on that. Thanks again.